Hi guys, so I'm going to make some banana bread homemade, and what we have here is sugar, butter. You can either melt it or you can have it softened. I ended up melting it. Eggs, very ripe bananas, buttermilk, pure vanilla extract. And what I have in here is flour, baking soda, and some salt. So what we're going to be doing in the stand mixer, or you can also do this by hand, just make sure that you're not going to over mix it no matter what you do. So we are going to be taking the sugar, pouring it in, and we're going to be taking the butter and pouring it in. And now what we're going to be doing is creaming this together until it is well combined. So everything is creamed together, and so now I'm going to be taking my eggs one at a time while it is mixing until it is well combined. And then we are going to be adding some vanilla extract. And all the ingredients and the measurements will be listed in the description below. And the buttermilk will be added. Okay, and while off camera, I ended up just mashing up the ripe bananas. And if these get ripe enough, they're very easy to smush. And all I'm going to be doing is just adding into the mixture. I am still recording off of one hand. However, I do have a tripod. I will get it hooked up. But I'll explain more once I get back. I'll be right back. So as you can tell, I ended up adding the bananas. So now I'm just going to mix these up. Just lightly. And now all we're going to be doing with our flour mixture is just mixing this up very lightly to make sure that everything is just getting combined, so we're not having a huge bite of the baking soda, which would be absolutely horrible if you got a huge bite of that. So now I'm just going to be adding it into the wet ingredients. And instead of me using the mixer, I am going to be taking a wooden spatula. I'm just going to be folding it. So what folding means is that we're just going to be adding a little bit. Go down the middle, pull up. Go down the middle and pull up. So I'm going to continue to do this until everything for the flour mixture is combined, and I'll be right back with you. So as you can tell, everything is well combined, and so what I did with my bread pan is just lightly butter it. I'm also going to be making a couple of individual like muffin size, so the guys can take some to work with them, or I can just pack it up in my son's school lunch. So what I'm going to be doing, and I might have to get off camera, but I'm going to be pouring some of the batter into my bread pan, and then I'm going to be scooping it into my cupcake pan with an ice cream scooper. And again, I'll have all the measurements in the description below, so I'll be right back before it goes in the oven. I had only made 4 of the cupcake ones and poured the rest of the batter into the bread pan. This bread pan is a fairly large one. However, it is supposed to make 2 medium-sized loaves for bread. And of what I did with the individual size ones is put a little bit of the shelled walnuts. This is not a sponsored video. However, I just put a little bit of the shelled walnuts right into the batter. My husband is not allowed to have walnuts because he has an allergic reaction. So if you have anyone in the household that has a nut allergy, just make a separate batter for the individuals that can have nuts. So what we're going to be doing now is putting this in a 350 degree oven for about, I would say probably about 45 minutes to an hour. And a lot of it just depends on how your oven's going to react. And I'll be back when everything's done. So my banana bread and also my cupcakes have been baking. The bread has been baking for about an hour now, and my cupcakes have been was removed from the oven at about 20 minutes. They are completely cool now. So all I did was just take a knife, I stick it in the center, I pulled it out, and the toothpick ended up coming out clean. I used the butter knife for the bread because the toothpick isn't going to reach the center of it, depending on how high it's going to be. But it's risen pretty good. So I'm very proud of it. So I'm going to take this out of the oven, remove it. I'm going to put a little bit of butter on the top and serve it. Alright, thanks guys. Don't forget to subscribe. And also comment of what you would like for me to make next. Thank you guys. Bye.